What up? What up?
What up, bro?
Oh man, what episode are we on?
Yo, 77, bro.
77. That's like lucky, isn't
It's
it?
gotta be, right? I mean, is it lucky to us? Is it the Chinese thing?
I don't know. I just figured 7's a lucky number, right? So
It's gotta be. That's just me being racist towards lucky numbers. It's like you go to casino and you just be like, nah, you don't gamble next to the Asians or anytime.
I've never heard that.
You never heard this, bro?
No.
Oh, bro, if you get on a blackjack table
Yeah.
and the dealer's Asian or anybody with you is Asian,
Yeah.
you immediately leave.
Yeah?
Yeah, because all the luck's going their way. It's like a superstition. Like
Get the fuck out of here. I've never heard that.
Asians going ham, bro.
Yeah?
And then it has something to do, I don't know, there's something with the 7. Somebody don't know.
Aren't they doing something? I think you said that, man. I heard something recently where I think it's in California because California is crazy. They're and don't quote me on this, so I'm gonna paraphrase what I think I heard. They're like,
That's what we do this whole time.
right? They're like doing away with certain like tests or like gifted programs or whatever because there's too many Asians in it.
Bro, they're all smart as
So it's like there's not enough of us. And so it was like it's, let's say the Asian population is 3%, but the gifted students are like 50%. So it's like that disproportionate, right? Where they go like, okay, this is not working. It's too disproportionate.
Isn't that something similar to the Harvard thing where
what are they doing in Harvard?
So like white folks were suing Harvard for like not letting them in basically because they were white.
No.
And, the population of like, or it had something to do with like like you basically had to score higher as a white person to get into Harvard versus like an Asian person. And obviously, listen, they're just smarter than us people. Just let it be.
But that's not a fact, right?
The data supported the lawsuit, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically that they were. Yeah, I got to look up the story. I don't want to get it
So-
wrong, but it
so-
was essentially like the average score for the Asian person they accepted was significantly lower than the white people that they accepted, and they used sort of.
And was it because they used some sort of like affirmative action type thing of where,
Probably.
right? They needed a good mix of minorities, perhaps.
Yeah, listen, Matt, listen. I gauge everything by how many Asians are in my life, right? So I know I'm poor because my doctor's white. So my doctor's Asian. I'm like, no, man, I got to afford an Asian doctor, and I haven't made it yet.
Yo, not for nothing, man. Every Asian I've ever been involved in my life, and it hasn't been a ton, but they're all they're all smart and they all work hard.
Yeah, dude,
Like that is, and they weren't dicks. You know what I mean? Like they were nice people.
they're awesome people. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, man. So 7-7, bro. We doing that for.
All right,
We
7.
doing it one time for the Asian. It means something to somebody out there, and they. All that to say, this is episode 7.
All right, man. So on that, welcome everybody. Episode 77 of the Carbon Footprint Podcast. He's Juan and I'm Sean, and every week we get together, have a few drinks, and we've had a few today. Talk about things going on in the world. Try to focus on things having an impact, whether they be good, bad, or otherwise. What is on the menu for today?
Listen, bro. This is we're calling it the Carbon Rouge because we can't pronounce the name that the recipe card has.
We're not that educated.
We're not that educated, so maybe we'll put it up on the thing. But
Is it French?
I don't.
Is that
know,
like
bro.
is that?
Rougeoisie, Rougeoisie.
You know, somebody out there's going like,
Yeah.
these idiots.
Yeah, bro.
Turn the podcast off.
Yeah, turn it off. I mean, listen, I would definitely be in support. If your kids listen to us, they're not getting any better. So, definitely not improving it. So, anyway, we call it the Carbon Rouge because this shit is wild. We're also really taking it back to the good old broke days with the liquor because we bought E&J brandy in this bitch. That shit was painful to even buy, bro. As the guy was ringing me up, I was looking down, making sure nobody was looking at me and shit.
No, you know, it's bad. The cap, it was one of those like 40 caps that you have to twist off. It was a twist off
With
cap,
the perforated.
bro. Yep.
Yeah.
And I had to grip the bottom because the whole shit kept spinning. So I had to grip the bottom of it and then hold the cap really tight. And then I was about to go out to the garage and get some tools and shit.
So it's gonna be rough tomorrow.
But the
EJ.
drink was good though.
The drink is fire,
Yeah,
bro.
the drink is good.
It's we'll break it down. So it's just 2 ounces of apple brandy, which was the E&J apple brandy. It was the only one that had at the store, people. But actually, it was really
It turned out good, yeah.
Yeah, 1 ounce of lime juice, 3/4 ounce of rich cranberry syrup, and 1 dash of old-fashioned aromatic bitters. And then we shaved nutmeg, and I almost lost fingertips doing the nutmeg thing. But you shaved some nutmegs in there.
And you gotta shave the nutmeg.
You have
like
to.
The aroma that the nutmeg gives, it does something.
Huge difference, bro.
Yeah. It's like putting it's a garnish that actually has an aroma. So do not skip out on the nutmeg.
No, definitely not. So if you're watching on YouTube, the glass is already empty. The residue you see around the side is basically nutmeg. But yeah, try it out. We'll put the recipe up on IG, obviously, so you guys can take a look, and we'll put a pic up of the drink. Man, it's good. I wanted to hate it with that brandy, but
no, it was good.
It's actually not bad. So tomorrow we'll do a follow up of how we all feel after a bottle of E&J.
I didn't even know they even still sold that.
Bro, I didn't know. All I know about E&J is like the $10, like the one bottle you always see to be like $10.
Yeah, that one of the guys on the corner, like the bums used to hang out with the paper bag on it.
Yep, E&J, bro. And I'm like, I seen it, and I was like, nah, this can't be it. And I was looking for Apple, but I was like, damn it. And I even like.
Did you ask somebody?
I didn't, bro, because I saw like the whole section. You know when it's like, I know I'm gonna ask you, and you're gonna give me the obvious answer. Like you're gonna walk over and look at the same shelf I'm looking at. I'm like, you know what? I was kind of in a rush, so I was like, I looked, I seen some empty spots next to it, and I was like, damn it. I looked at everything I was reading. It was like normal brandies.
They might have had some shit behind the counter.
Probably could have, man.
That's all right, man. No, this one, it worked.
Tastes good.
To mix, it definitely worked. So.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. The mix. It wasn't bad, bro. So I wanted to hate it. Did a good job. Shout out E&J.
If y'all want to sponsor, hit us up.
Yeah. We won't turn that down. If anything, we're the perfect poster child, bro. We didn't think much of it. It'd be authentic. Like we had it. It was actually delicious.
It was good. All right, man. My common footprint of the week is going out to actually a 13-year-old kid. His name is Abraham, and I'm gonna butcher his last name, Olabegi. This guy was born with a rare blood disorder and needed to have a bone marrow transplant. And so, good news is the transplant was successful. Okay. But Make-A-Wish gave him, is granting him a wish. And the kid chose to feed the homeless. For his wish.
For his Make-A-Wish?
Yeah, for his Make-A-Wish. You can go to Disney.
You're dying, bro.
Well, actually, what I found out was that it's not always for kids with terminal illnesses.
Okay.
So in this case, his was good to go. So I think that he's okay, at least for now.
Okay.
So he wanted to feed the homeless. So they helped him feed like 80 people. So he's from Jackson, Mississippi. So they helped him feed 80 people, and so they worked with some suppliers, churches, businesses around the area to get the meals, and they fed 80 people. Well, his wish wasn't just for one time. He wanted to feed people for a year. Wow. And so Make-A-Wish is working with some folks in the area, and what they're gonna do is like every third Saturday of each month. That Mississippi chapter is gonna feed at least 80 people for a year to end on or through August 2022.
Wow, man!
And I was like, man, for a 13-year-old kid to have to have sort of that foresight to go, I want to give, like I've been given a second chance. And obviously, I'm sure that comes from his upbringing, right? He has both parents in the house, and I think they're God-fearing people. But he's even taken a little bit further, and he's named his what he wants his organization to be later on. It's Abraham's Table. So he has like long-term aspirations to kind of keep something like this going, but Make-A-Wish is making it possible for him to do it for a year.
Oh, man. Is there a reason why he specifically chose like the homeless community or the food thing or the? It didn't say
that there was anything with that, but like I said, just the fact that there must be enough homeless in his area that he probably sees on a normal basis that would make the kid go, you know what, that guy looks hungry.
Yeah, as soon as you said Jackson, Mississippi, I went, so he wants to feed his town. I go, I get it.
Yeah, we know somebody from Mississippi.
All my neighbors keep dying. That's crazy.
You know, it's funny. The one dude that I know from Mississippi, he goes, I don't know why anybody would want to live there.
That's so true. He does. I don't know why anybody would. That's so true, man. Dude, I don't know. Maybe the perspective of is it because you were that close to I don't know, man. When you have to look at your mortality like that, does it? And then you get to do a wish. Is like, yeah, I want to go to Disneyland. Like, is that even important to you anymore, man? Like,
I would think, because you know, as a kid, as a 13-year-old kid, I mean, dude, I would think that you go, wow, you know, life is precious. Shit, there's things that I want to do that I haven't done yet. And obviously they're different than when you're an adult. But like for a kid like that, like maybe he's always wanted to go to Disney, and why wouldn't he pick that? You know, why would he pick this over that?
Yeah, man, that's so cool, dude. I don't know. I have it in me, bro. Definitely.
I don't think I would have, man. I would have thought about the things that I could have done,
let me
right?
Get a PlayStation. Let me get a
right,
bro. Yeah, can I meet whoever?
Right. Something for you.
Something for you, man. Dude, those kids, man. I had a chance to. We might have spoken on this about this topic on here before, but I had a chance to briefly do some Make-A-Wish stuff.
Yeah.
One of the most humbling, heartbreaking things I've ever experienced in my life. But I've never met people more. I don't want to say ready to sort of die because it sounds bad, but just
at peace with it.
Maybe at peace, maybe not recognizing the magnitude of the situation.
Okay.
Maybe not like, because it was kids, and you're just like, you
like,
know,
how old?
Dude, everything, man. I saw everything from kids that were probably like 7, 8 to 12, 13.
Yep.
I didn't deal a lot with. I mean, maybe I did with teens. The stories that stick out to me, man, are like the 7, 8 year olds or 12 who had a sense of humor about it, who were so matter of fact about it, who were so, bro. I was balling. I mean, balling, bro. In some of these scenarios, I'm supposed to be the one helping these kids have fun, bro. And they're looking at me like, yep.
But it was trying to help you anyway.
So heartbreaking, bro. Like some of it's stuff, and you just go like, this is what you wanted to do, like. You could have picked anything, and you chose to do this, dude. I'll never forget it, man. There was this blind kid. I won't say what I was doing, but you'll pretty much get the gist of it. But like, he's feeling my face. I'm in costume.
Okay.
And he goes like, "Wow, man! Like I've wanted to see you my whole life, and now that I'm finally here, I can't see anymore." So whatever he had took his vision.
Oh, okay.
And it was like some some disease that was eventually, I think it was terminal. But dude, he said that, and so at the time I don't realize that he's blind. Okay, like I'm thinking he's just a kid touching my face, right? It was just weird. I was like, all right.
Now, were you in a costume or a face character or
costume?
Costume, okay.
And bro, like, and I looked over, and then you can see like, oh, he's blind, but he was so happy, and he said that, and it broke my heart. But he's got the biggest smile on his face. It's like, but this is so, I'm so cool. I'm so happy. And he's like touching the face of the costume or whatever, and I'm inside of it, bro, balling, bro. And I was just like, damn, dude, how do you say? And then he goes on to tell me like, yeah, I've got this, basically like I'm not gonna live much longer. Like he's saying it to me, bro, like he's telling me about to play ball next week, like
wow.
Just so matter of fact, man. And I was like, wow, dude, this kid was so like, not ready, but just accept that piece, like you said. Like, right. It's just like you're like, wow, man, how do you? Maybe you're too young at that time to recognize the magnitude of what that means, right?
Right, to realize that there is no, there's no reset button, there's no respawning, there's no 3 lives, you know what I mean? Like that's
right, yeah. So it's cool, man, that this guy this kid would do that, man. What's the kid's name that
Abraham Olabegi.
Oh, dude, that's awesome, man. Yo, shout out to Abraham, dude. That's you can pick anything, man.
Right, and you figure with somebody like that, right, and thinking about the people that he's helping now, obviously making an impact. But if that kid continues to live on and make that his life's work, like how many lives does he impact?
Yeah, right. Like we always talk about this. It's like the smallest thing that you think means nothing, and somebody will remember that forever or sticks with it, man. That's good for him, man. That's dope, dude. Bro, I had this is gonna sound crazy, man, but I had Kim Kardashian, man, as my
of course you did.
Of course I would, right? Kim Kardashian, man, as this week, man, Kim and her Skims company, they helped they helped evacuate the women's soccer team from Afghanistan. to get him out of Kabul. So, obviously the situation going on in Afghanistan. And it wasn't just this, man.
They're kind of like slowly sort of going back to the way it was, pre 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So she basically chartered this plane. She worked this organization that basically went in and pulled these women out. And so because if you're a woman in Afghanistan and you basically have no rights. So, yeah, man, she did this, but it wasn't. Kim's been fighting for a lot of these social justice reforms. She's gotten people freed. She's gotten people off of death row. She's gotten people like. I'm like, at some point you gotta respect someone who can use their platform like that. Like, she's not using it just to get rich. Obviously, she makes her platform work for her, right? And
right.
Has made a great living and has set up herself and her kids and her grandkids.
I think that right there is because of. I think people look at that and go, you did it by doing nothing, essentially, maybe by looking good.
Yeah.
But to your point, she's used that platform to do good for others.
But how many of these people out here looking good for free? Or spending money to look good and not even making it work for them. Like, I like the notion that they would be like, oh, she didn't do anything but stand around. It's like, oh, there's a million of y'all that look better than her.
Yep.
And then make it work for you.
Bro,
like
and then
did, bro.
Not for nothing, bro. How many of us, have a little bit extra and we're still keeping it in the bubble?
Yep.
And not spreading it out to even into your local community, man.
Right, we're not doing that.
Dude, most of us are guilty of that, bro.
Absolutely.
I'm guilty of that.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Like, none of us do, at least, I guess, to the extent of whatever our sort of limit of that is.
Yep.
None of us are doing that, man. Like, it's just, I saw that and I was like, you know what, man? Like you got to give somebody credit. I'm sure she's busy. She's, obviously building companies and promoting shows and I was like, you got to respect the hustle, man. I don't know, at one point she was trying to go to law school and I think she's sort of given up on that at this point. But she wanted to go to law school to work on sort of civil rights.
I thought she was. Didn't she become like paralegal or some shit?
I don't know,
man.
But I think she dropped out of law school or maybe gave up on the whole. Like, I'm probably not going to make it. Or
gotcha.
I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe she's still pursuing that, dude. But why? Why would you want that kind of stress? Like, if you're Kim Kardashian, you probably never have to work again.
No, definitely doesn't. But clearly still has aspirations to do something.
Yeah, man,
right?
You gotta respect it. And she's young, right? So like you said, she's like, I got aspirations, I got goals, I'm gonna set that. But yeah, I thought this was cool, man, to do that, considering what these people are going through, and not only them but their families, and they brought them out to a new home, new opportunity.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Shout out to them.
Who is she dating now,
bro? Listen, I'm glad you brought that up because we gotta give this boy credit, bro.
What's his name?
Pete Davidson, bro.
He's a comedian, dude.
Yeah,
right?
Bro. Pete Davidson looks like he always only had an hour of sleep.
yeah, that's the one.
Yo,
looked like he was on crack last night.
Yeah, he does, bro. But Pete Davidson is his roster of and it's funny, man. I keep seeing these articles pop up like, what is it about Pete Davidson that women love, right? Like, because his roster doesn't match his looks, right? Like, Pete Davidson, I think he's been linked to Ariana Grande, Kate Beckinsale, obviously Kim Kardashian now, but he's had a few like random models and whatever.
Yep.
And it's so funny, man, because there's all these articles of like, how does he do it? And it's funny. Somebody had this like comment that goes, did anybody stop to think that maybe he's actually just a really nice guy? And Kate Beckinsale liked it, like whatever the comment was or the tweet or whatever. But dude, it got me thinking, like, sort of, we have conversations not just about this, but just in general of like, you can apply this to anything in life. You'd be amazed of what would happen if you just asked.
Right.
You just asked. Like, a Pete Davidson probably just asked. Like,
but I think there's also, he's funny.
Yeah.
And that goes a long way with women.
Yeah, bro. If they're laughing, they're squinting, they never really get a good look at you. You're set, bro. I tell people this all the time, bro. Make them laugh, bro. I was like, your abs will fade. Humor never will, bro.
Dude, I remember even in high school, man, there was this guy who used to pull a lot of girls, man, and girls that you would probably think were out of his league. And I remember one of them going like, oh my God, like, he's hilarious. Like, he keeps me laughing. And I was like, oh, okay, well, friggin' A, man.
Fucking Pete Davidson, bro.
Yeah, something to that, man.
Something to that keeps him laughing. He's probably charismatic. He he's so unapologetically him. It looks like too that he probably walks into a room and you figure someone like Kim Kardashian is probably it's probably refreshing to be around someone like that. You go like, this dude don't give a fuck what he looks like.
Right. And he probably makes it seem like he doesn't really give a fuck what she looks like.
Right. And so she's like, okay, pressure's off of me.
Right.
You know, that. And then, you know, coming from what she was dating, who's like an egomaniac, was probably super narcissistic about his appearance, her appearance, you know. I mean, I could see it, but I can also see like his appeal, man. Listen, as a fan of the funny, bro, I'm like, dude, you make somebody laugh and you can be charismatic, like, you got a shot. And just ask. I don't think Kim Kardashian is getting asked out by a lot of dudes, bro.
Yeah, I think most guys will go, she's out of my league.
She's Kim Kardashian. Yeah, they would just go like, and Pete Davidson's probably like, I didn't have Kim
my
Kardashian
shot.
this morning. Yeah. I'm not going to have her tonight if she says no. So what's the worst that can happen, bro? So shoot your shot, fellas. Like, you just never know.
It's true, bro.
I mean, it's so true. I was like, yeah, good for Pete, bro. I see him. I'm like, yo, do it one time for the funny, ugly dudes.
Yo, man, I got this thing that I read I want to say I read it last week. But shout out to my boy Will, sent me this story. This South African guy proposes to his girlfriend in Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Inside of the restaurant?
Inside of the restaurant. And I don't know if it's him or somebody else that was in the restaurant, like, took a picture of it and posted.
Okay.
Well, some, like, local journalist goes on Twitter and puts, and I quote, South American men are so broke, they even propose at KFC. They have absolutely no class. I mean, who proposes at KFC? And then hashtags KFC proposal, right? So after that, KFC gets a hold of it and is like looking for the people because they thought it was amazing and they want to do something for them. Well, then this whole hashtag KFC proposal just kind of goes viral with small and large companies. Companies like Puma. Like Puma gave them like $700. This phone company gave them like 2 phones. Audi said, oh, well, they got to travel somewhere. They're going to travel in our cars. I don't know if Audi actually gave them cars. That one I didn't see, but they kind of got onto it. McDonald's gave them an all expense paid trip to Cape Town to see Tony Braxton, to have like a VIP experience at a Tony Braxton concert. Dude, crazy. This other one, this like grocery chain gave them like $1,300 in groceries. Dude, all in all, there was like, they got offers to do a free kitchen in their home, spa treatments, accounting services. There was a bank that they go, we'll clear their debt up to $20K, and if they bank with us, we'll clear all of it. Is this crazy, bro?
All over a proposal.
Over a proposal.
I'm guessing. I mean, are they? Was it really a poor thing, or was it? It just meant something to them. Maybe that was a first date. Maybe that was like.
You know what? I never read. And I read a few stories on it, different articles. Nothing ever said why it was done there or what the meaning behind it was. It was just, the dude proposed there. Maybe it was their favorite spot to go eat. Who knows, right? Like, who cares?
I get it. Yeah, right. It was a favorite spot.
But I just thought it was so cool, man, that like all these companies just stepped up. Matter of fact, they even got like this like local chef was like, yo, I'll cook at your wedding if somebody will donate the food. They got like wedding cakes, dresses, transportation, like you name it, man. It was like everybody just came out of the woodwork and was like, yo, we'll help. Wow,
bro. Yeah, that's dope, man. That's
for nothing.
For nothing, bro. For like, oh, that's cool. They're just seizing the click opportunity, right?
Yeah.
The clickbait. So fucking A, bro. Good for them though. They got all that shit paid off for, bro. I see your company, bro. Story, your feel good story, and I raise you. You seen the company in Scottsdale that's offering immortality?
Scottsdale,
Arizona. Yeah. So for a cool $660 per year, after you die, they will freeze you post-mortem, so cryo freezing, and then they guarantee that you will be back to life at some point in time when they figure it out.
Is this didn't we do this story, bro?
I think it was was it the same company though?
I don't know.
You're right.
But I
We did do
remember
something
doing
similar.
like
This is
we
a
did
new
like
one.
a cryo.
We did the chamber one for the. I remember this.
I just remember the meme.
Yeah, with the aliens. It was great.
No, it wasn't the aliens, man. It was us in like cryopods.
But this one's a new. I need to look at where that one was. This is a new company. This story is recent, and it's
So hold on. So for $600 a year,
$660.
they'll keep you frozen until the technology is right to bring you back.
They guarantee they'll bring you back to life one day. Who's calling them on this shit, bro?
Right.
What happens when they go bankrupt, or what happens when they go under? What happens like, bro? This is the same thought we had when the cryo freeze thing came up. Like, we're missing out on a great business opportunity here, bro. Like, I'll take your $600 a year. I promise to bring you back to life one day.
Yeah,
Wink,
when
wink.
when the technology is right.
What happens
right? When it's quote unquote right.
Right, dude. What happens if you die and you're the owners to this corporation? Like, no. They'll bring us back, and then we'll bring you back. How does this work? It's
Dude. That.
Would you do it?
leaves, No.
You wouldn't do it?
No. You know what, man? I think that, and just from being around older folks, like I think there comes a time when you're. I don't want to necessarily say like you want to die, but I think you come to the point where you're like you're good with your life, and what you have been able to accomplish. Also, as your body deteriorates, right? Like shit gets annoying.
Yeah.
You know, where like you can't move like you used to, and you can't do the things that you used to do. So your quality of life goes down. And I would imagine at some point you just go, yeah, like okay, like this is not fun anymore. Plus, everybody that I know, you know, in my age group, is dying or is already dead. Then you go like, okay, like you got your kids, but now your kids maybe have grandkids, and that's their life, right? You know what I mean? I think that that's what eventually it just goes like, okay, like it's good, it's enough.
I'm greedy on life, bro. I want it all. So
yeah, man. But again, like, what if you're not able to be there like you were even? And think about it. If you live to like 90, 70's young as fuck.
Yeah.
So if you can't be there like you was when you were 70, you know what I mean? Which some people die at that age.
My guess though is that if you can bring me back, you better be able to figure out some arthritis, bro. Some joint pain. You know what I'm saying?
You want to be brought back at 30.
Yeah, I want you to bring me back in my prime, baby. Give me 27. You know, maybe. I'm trying to think. When was the feeling you were at your physical peak? It definitely wasn't 30 for me, man.
For me, probably 35.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Me now? Damn, bro. I feel like I'm in the down slope, dog.
You ain't trying hard enough.
Physically, you right, bro. You right. I need to do some push-ups. I'm gonna do some right after the show. You made me feel bad.
Nah, but even at 40, I felt really good. It's now that I'm like approaching 50s where I start to see like I said, I ran with my son a couple of weeks ago and freaking pulled a hammy. You know what I mean? Like that kind of shit. So they start to see that now, which is why I try to stay active, man. Because
me too, man.
Yeah, man. How you yawning, bro?
Bro,
we just started this.
Your boy been up since.
Yeah.
What time did you wake up early? Actually.
Yeah. No, I think today I was up at like 6. It's getting late. It's
same ish. I went to sleep at 2 though.
Oh yeah, no. I ain't go to sleep at 2. Yeah, fuck that. You crazy.
Said, fuck that. I don't sleep, man.
Listen, man, you wake your ass up, you be dead soon, man. You see your boy Young Dolph?
Yo, man,
man, rest in peace, Young Dolph, man. And for those of you, I'm sure those of you who are even in the hip hop world, Young Dolph, and that I guess that's his stage name. The guy's name is Adolph Robert Thornton Jr. A rapper from Memphis, was drive-by shooting, man. But they were coming for him.
Yeah,
he was in like a local.
They got out, shot him specifically, and then
right. So they was like local spot that he would frequent, that he would advertise for. Just kind of went there, got some cookies, and guys came in and killed him.
And he was on his way to a Thanksgiving like turkey drive.
He was gonna go give out turkeys. Right? Yeah. So he's actually, I mean, Memphis native. He went to same name high school as you went to.
Oh, really?
Hamilton.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. I
Yeah.
went to a middle school named Hamilton. Yeah, cool. That's awesome, man.
Oh, he went to a high school named
He
Hamilton.
went to a high school named Hamilton?
in Memphis.
Man, that's dope.
And like he's given them grants. He's gone to speak to kids. So I know the guy was sort of active, and his music always told that, you know, like he lived and breathed Memphis.
Okay.
But man, like I don't think this is not the first time that they came
He
after this guy,
survived
right?
3 or 4 of these, man.
Wow.
At least 2 prior to this that I can remember off the top of my head, because he used to have an armored SUV that saved his life on one of the first attempts.
Okay.
So if you're rolling around in an armored SUV, chances are you know something like this is
Shouldn't
coming.
you just leave Memphis?
He lives in Atlanta. He was only there for the turkey drive. His home is Memphis. He lives in Atlanta now, and he goes back to Memphis to sort of give back to the community, I guess. And he's got a home there or whatever. But it's such a shame, bro. Like, because part of me thought, like, well, like, damn, like, all right, so they finally succeeded at this. Like, why have they been after this guy for so long?
Right.
Is it obviously is related to the streets, or maybe life prior to rap, or stuff he was doing currently? Is it just people being haters? Is it like,
Yeah, who knows?
you know, it's a shame. I mean, not that it matters, man. Like, but yeah, you just hate to see this. But I feel like every time I looked at headlines, it was like Young Dolph gets shot at or survives assassination attempt. Or so it's funny, man. When it popped up this time again, I just went. It took me like 4 times to go, oh shit, they got him. Like, you know,
Right.
to go like, because like Young Dolph shot. It was kind of like, yeah, of course he was. And then it was like, oh fuck, like, you know, when it said he died, I was like, oh damn, that does suck, man. He's my age.
Now, was he every time he got shot, and maybe you don't know, was it always in Memphis?
No. It was in California once.
Oh,
it
wow.
was somewhere else.
So he can't get away.
That's what I'm saying.
Was it in Atlanta
like,
too?
It's it might have been. I feel like one of them was in somewhere in the East Coast, and the other one was in California, and this was Memphis. So like, I don't know, man. People try to kill you that many times. I'd be curious. I'm sure the story's gonna come out, like what was up with the attempts at his life. But again, you don't roll around in a armored SUV for. And I don't know enough about his life. Maybe this is a well-known story of why he did, but. I know there's another local rapper, is a Yo Gotti.
He was the one that they used to kind of
They beef,
right?
So they
Yeah,
amped up the security at Yo Gotti. I guess owns a restaurant locally in Memphis. So the restaurant called up a bunch of, I guess, extra security and all that because they were afraid of retaliation against Yo Gotti for.
They would think that he was involved.
Yeah. So there was like all this stuff coming up, but man,
I want to say I saw an article where they said that that he was sort of like one of the suspects initially, but that I believe he's been cleared.
Okay. You know, honestly, man, I think like to your point before is like the guys local in the community, he's about to give turkeys, but it's like do I really care about your rap sheet? Like I really don't, man. If you go back to, bro, if you sell weed or whatever, or maybe I don't know what he was doing, right? Like, or you make money rapping and maybe people just don't like that. But you're gonna go back and give back to the community that shit. I'm like, bro, do you, man? Like you're offsetting the good with the bad. Like maybe it's just like you're balancing the scales, so to speak.
Yep.
Like that's cool, man. Like give the kid credit for like the good shit. So I was glad that most of the outpouring was sort of positive for him.
Yeah. Now, one thing that I found out that was crazy, man, was that he was doing this from like 2008 to like 2000, like rapping, right? So in like I guess a 9 to 10 year span, he had 7 studio albums and 19 mixtapes.
Damn, dude.
So the guy worked.
But yeah, he was putting in work, man.
Yeah, the guy definitely worked.
Because he didn't have maybe the commercial success that a lot of guys.
Well, he went
have,
with the independent label.
But yeah.
So,
But which meant he owned his own masters and he owned the stuff. So the cool thing is man, buy his music, stream it. It means it's going directly to his family, man. You have kids. I think
he had 2 kids and wife. Yep.
Yeah. So hopefully that means they get paid forever on his work, not some label.
Yep.
So which is cool, man, because he can sort of even post-mortem find a way to provide for his family, man. But shame, dude. Guys, again, he's my age. He was 35, 36.
I don't know. I don't know when he was. I don't know how old he was.
Yikes, man, that shit sucks, dude.
But that song from 2014, "Preach."
Oh,
that's one of my favorites, man.
He's good, man. He had some bangers. He never got that big blow up that commercially. I'm trying to think of like he had some features that he was big on, but yeah, he's definitely a talented guy, man. And just didn't get the. It just sucks, man. Whenever you see these guys, like I feel like lately, a lot of these young kids have been dying, man. A lot of these, like more, like this is Pop Smoke, who was really up and coming, who was big, man.
Yeah, the other Juice WRLD.
Yeah, Juice WRLD.
Oh, Juice WRLD was like like a distant cousin of his, actually.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I think I did remember seeing something like that because he was actually born in Chi-Town too, which is where Juice
Oh, he
WRLD
was?
is from. He was raised in Memphis, but he was born in Chicago.
Okay.
Juice WRLD, I think, was a Chicago native. Yeah, you see a lot of this happening to these kids, man. XXX Tentacion. You see, Juice WRLD, was it Lil Peep? Was like,
But Juice WRLD, like, he OD'd, right?
Yeah. Which, man, did you see the story with the people ODing now, man?
No.
Dude, they said in the last 12 months, 100,000 people have died due to a drug overdose. You know, a lot of this is prescription drug related. That's more than gun violence and car accident crashes combined in the U.S.
So hold on, you said in the last year?
12 months, yeah.
So during COVID.
During COVID, more people died from drug overdoses than I think, obviously not COVID, but more people died during gun violence, from gun violence, or than gun violence and car crashes and all that, which is, you know, we sort of spend a lot of energy on the car stuff. We don't really spend a whole lot of energy on gun violence, and we don't spend any energy, I think, on the drug problem right now, other than sort of perpetuating it. And
unless it's illegal drugs.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that there's a lot of money thrown at, but
everything else, dude. Yeah, at some point you have to address this opioid thing. Dave Chappelle has a great joke about comparing the opioid crisis, because it kills mostly like white folks, comparing it to sort of like the crack epidemic and the black community.
Yeah.
Where he's like, I finally get you guys, you know, like how you treated us during that. He goes like, because I don't give a fuck either. about all the white people.
you're like, I don't know not one person that use opioids.
Yep. He's like, it sucks for you guys. That shit is hilarious, man. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know how you solve something like that, dude. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
Drug dealers in suits, bro. Like,
nah, man. People, you know, that
it's too much power and stuff in that, and that's just not going away. Illegal
and
illegal.
And it's so addictive.
Yeah.
So
dude, I can see it, man. You ever had one of those like painkillers that's like an opioid?
Isn't it like that, like the oxys and yeah. I've
Dude.
had. Matter of fact, I think I told you a story, man. I took one time. I like hurt my foot, cut my foot open, got some stitches. Took that, went to work, and felt fantastic. Right, no pain. But then I remember going like, I don't feel like I'm not doing work.
You can't.
And then I had to catch myself like, wait a minute, man. I'm not supposed to be. You know, that's not normal for me.
Yeah, the fuck it's, bro.
Yeah, the fuck it. And then I had to go, you know, like, what? Why am I feeling that way? And then I just immediately go, it has to be that. So I remember making a decision even while I was on it, going, okay, I cannot take this tomorrow. I'm gonna have to take like 5 aspirins instead. You know what I mean? Like whatever the hell
some
it is.
ibuprofen or something. Like, yep. Yeah, I couldn't. I took it once, man. I think it was for like a concussion that I had, and they gave me oxy, and because my head was killing me, bro. And I remember going like, "Woohoo, this feels nice," but then going, "I'm useless." Like, useless, bro. And then immediately, like to your point, like catching myself going, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and flush this bottle because this feels too like,
yeah.
And I'm not gonna be able to.
And you know what's funny? I wasn't tired. I was just had like no, fuck this. Like, I'm not doing this.
So I had the like, it wasn't even tired. It was like I couldn't do anything quickly. Like the room would spin. It made me like a little dizzy.
Oh no, I didn't get that.
So I want a veg.
I just felt
and turned on
fantastic.
TV. Yeah, and I felt good, but sitting down. Like as long as I was sitting down, I was like, this feels great. This is amazing. Like I just want to watch TV. I was too dizzy to get up and go do anything else productive. It was like perfect excuse. As long as I was sitting down, the world was beautiful. I was like, it was great.
Nah, shit, no.
Yeah, it was
I didn't have
but
it
it
like
goes
that.
to show, right? Like the different reactions we all have to like, but they were all positive. Like we're like, I liked it. It's like
but
scary, man.
My son recently, he hurt his foot, and they gave him Motrin 800s. And
Those things are.
yeah, so and they're good.
Mm-hmm.
They're good for pain, for inflammation, and it made him. So he's had foot pain for years. He's got like short, what do they call it? Like a short Achilles.
Oh.
So it's that kind of shit, right? And he just has fragile bones in his feet. I don't know why. But anyway, Motrin 800s because he had like small stress fractures in his foot, and he goes, this is the way it's supposed to feel. Like, this is the way you guys feel. Like, I feel fantastic.
That sucks.
So it was like every day thereafter, which he was prescribed the thing, right? And they gave him enough. Every day he was like, I want one. And I want one. I want one. And the first couple of days we did, because that was the regimen that he's supposed to be on. And it was actually, was that given to him? That was given to him not even for his foot, bro. That was given to him when he had dental work. So he had like 4 teeth pulled out, and they gave him that shit, and they gave him one of these oxys for him to sleep at night. So we're supposed to give him like one of those at night, and then during the day it was the Motrin 800s.
Okay.
And after the first couple of days, he was like, "Yo, I need one of those Motrins." And he was still supposed to be on it, but we caught it quick, and we was like, "No, dude, you're not supposed to."
Had a little Bobby Brown in the making over there, bro. He's like, "Let me get it."
But he was saying, he was like, "Man, this is the way it's supposed to feel. This is the way you guys feel. Like, where your feet don't hurt. This is amazing."
So he had been in pain for that long. He probably forgot what it was like
to be without.
That sucks.
But it's easy
to start to think you need it.
Yeah, it's easy to see how people get addicted on stuff like that, man.
Super easy, man. Like, yeah, I'm usually more surprised that the number's not higher considering the population.
Yep.
Like, I could see that easily, man. People getting.
Dude, you seen the COVID shit in Europe? So in Vienna.
Mm-mm.
So the only reason I knew this, and it's so funny, man. Like, bad news related to COVID hits the news, especially over the last 2 years, right? Has hit the news. You know, whether it's or if it's cases going up, right? You get all of that shit, right? The cases going up is the bad news, and then we have lockdowns and all this shit, and then we get vaccines, and vaccines is like the good news, and then if you don't do the vaccine, you're criminalized or you're berated by society, what have you.
Yeah, we're not gonna win any of it.
So
we're always gonna look for the downside,
bro. So Vienna, and apparently this has been happening all over Europe, but I didn't know about it. I got an email that one of our locations in Vienna was closed. Due to the lockdown, and I was like, "Oh, what's going on?" So I kind of went online and looked. So Vienna, because they're having a surge in COVID cases, they locked it down, everything like closed for 10 days, but not to exceed 20. And the people there were like, "Fuck you, we're not doing that." So they protested. And then, of course, they have like the police there trying to like manage the crowds, and
who don't have guns,
and they're going like, wear masks, and they basically just getting flicked off by the people, right? Like nobody's wearing masks, and
that's the least of your worries, bro. You worry about the rioters and the looters,
dude. But I'm going like the world is they're getting tired of this shit.
I think we're all over it, man.
Did you see that? Well, to go along with that, man, in Shanghai in Disneyland. I guess they tracked down one lady that supposedly attended Disneyland in Shanghai.
Okay.
They fucking locked down the park. 33,000 people, bro. Everybody has to get tested.
Because the one lady
had it. And then they was like, once you got tested, and if you were negative, then they go back to your hotel room. But before you leave, almost like leave this property, tomorrow you get tested again, and then if you're free and clear, then you get to leave.
Dude, you know in China they track you on your cell phone.
Oh, really?
So that's how they know you're breaking quarantine. You're supposed to be quarantined for 2 weeks. Like that phone better be in that room the entire time.
Oh, well, that's easy to do. You leave the fucking phone, right?
I think there's like ways around it too. Bro, it's China, dog. You ain't doing nothing.
They got cameras and shit.
Yeah, dude, I didn't realize their quarantine. It's like 14+7, something crazy like that. So you're in a room for 3 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Like to go and to get out.
And isn't it in China where they have like the living quarters is like really small?
Yeah.
In most places.
In most places. I mean, sure, the hotels. You know, if you coming in, and you're staying at a hotel in a tourist area in a major city, probably okay, but. Still sucks, bro. A hotel room for 3 weeks.
Yeah, no.
And then literally leave your food at the door, and then you're allowed to like, you know, they give you stuff in the room so that you can like exercise or whatever. But like that, you're in that room. You can't leave. You can't even quarantine. With other people like that you went with. Super strange, dude. It's by yourself. Yeah. So like if you and I took a trip to China together, and we would have to serve our quarantine separate. Wouldn't even be like, all right, let's kick in a room, talk shit, drink, whatever. Like,
right.
Nope. Gotta be separated. It's super bizarre, man. Yeah, dude. Like, I talked to people who've been working there, and they were like, yeah, to go there for work, I'm basically wasting the first 3 weeks because in that quarantine, and then you go into work. Yeah, just the whole way to go about it. And then you have to download this app on your phone. This is how they track you. This is how they know where you're moving, what you're doing. So that's how they do their contact tracing. Everyone has this and they're tracking it, and they're like, and do not get caught without your phone. Like, it's just crazy.
Oh, there you go.
Man.
That's it, right? You leave your phone in the room, but then if you get caught by authorities outside, where's your phone?
Yeah,
you don't have it.
Yeah, most people.
Where's your? Isn't that fucked up, bro? I mean, you might as well just inject like a tracking device in everybody.
I mean, that's where we're going, bro. I already got it, bro. Bill gave it to me. It's
called the vaccine.
It's called Moderna. It's called the Moderna. I already got it. You know where I am, Bill. Come get me. Bro, did you see this list of the Billboard released their top 10 greatest artists of all time?
No.
So they did this list.
So it was Billboard.
Billboard music. Okay. Yeah. And number one on the list is the Beatles.
Okay.
Like everything else, we give pushback, right? So.
No, that's probably right.
Yeah, you could. The Beatles. I mean, it's hard to argue not the Beatles, right? Number 2 was Madonna. Number 3 was Elton John. Number 4 was Elvis Presley. 5 was Mariah Carey. 6 was Stevie Wonder. 7 was Janet Jackson. 8 was Michael Jackson. 9 Whitney Houston, and then 10 was Rihanna.
Okay, hold on. Yeah. I'm already perplexed. How did Janet beat Michael?
That was my sentiments exactly, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm calling bullshit on that one.
Pop artist records, I'm sure, maybe. But Madonna shattered all of those. Honestly, man.
Well, Madonna was up there.
Whitney Houston a top 10 artist all time?
Yeah, probably, bro.
You think, man? Whitney Houston?
I just got a vision, bro. When you ever see, and this is going back in the 90s show, Martin.
Yeah.
When him and bruh, man, from the 5th floor, they was gonna sell Whitney Houston T-shirts at the Whitney Houston concert, and he came back with one of the T-shirts, and it had bruh man's face on it with a wig, and it said Whitty Hutton. He was like, bruh man can't spell.
Bro, I don't.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. Whitney was big, bro. And then even going like, see, you remember Crackhead Whitney. That's why.
Nah, I mean, I remember the hits, like, obviously the Bodyguard joint. Yeah, but that's a remake of a Dolly Parton song.
Yeah, no, that wasn't.
I remember, like,
dude, her voice was.
Her voice is fantastic. I'm not arguing that. Bro. But did she change sort of? I mean, I guess she. I don't know, man. I guess Billboard too. Is because it's Billboard? Is this strictly based on sales?
That's what I was going to ask you. What is it based on?
Right, because if it's like Rolling Stone, there's a lot of subjectiveness to it, right? But if you're Billboard, you're going by data, presumably, right?
Unless it's maybe like, the weeks at number one, number of hits.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Weeks her albums met that number one. So maybe that's what's driving
this. But didn't Drake break some Beatles record or some shit recently?
So did Jay-Z. So it's
in like, what? What was the record?
It's like most number one albums by a male artist all time. It's like the Beatles had like 13 or 14 in a row or something crazy like that. Or maybe it was 12 and Jay, I think it was 11 or something, and Jay got 13 or 12 or something like that. Like he broke it. So did Drake. And then most songs like debut at the number one Billboard Hot 100.
Okay.
I think Drake has the most songs ever. That.
You know what? I wonder. So, if you think about 2000 and before. But before music was available digitally, where you had to buy records, right? Do you get? I don't know, and maybe it could go either way. Is it more, were your record sales higher because you couldn't steal it prior to 2000?
The physical copies, sure, yeah.
No. But even when you could buy, even the digital copies, if you could buy it, but there's so many when it became digital. There's so many ways to steal it.
Yeah. So back then, it's definitely more impressive. You sell 1 million. No, today I guess would be more impressive, right? You sell 1 million records today because you can steal it.
I don't know. Is it impressive because it's more readily available and it's probably cheaper?
But also, like we're in this era, right, where I don't have to buy the album. I can buy songs.
Right.
So is it more impressive now that if you end up selling 1 million, 2 million records today? Like, I honestly think, man, this whole like 10 million, 20 million going diamond on an album, I think those days are over, man. Like,
yeah,
because now we can stream, right? So we know what the good stuff are. So most of us aren't buying albums anyway. And then you're going to stream the songs you like.
Yeah, but I mean, if you if you don't have to pay for a streaming service, then you probably still would buy the album just because they make it's like $2 a song, or it's like $8 for the album.
Yeah, but that's like saying you don't have Netflix. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody streams now. Like, so
No, but like, I don't pay for a music streaming service.
No.
So
no Spotify, no.
I use the free shit. It's still available. I just gotta listen to a commercial.
Nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that, bro. And you only get so many skips or whatever. Yeah, nah, I'm not doing that, bro. Y'all can take my $5. But they yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like it's more impressive.
You got a point. I'm rethinking my whole life right now.
It's so inconvenient. Dude, it's infuriating to me. Whenever I open those and it's like you got to wait for it to play the ad.
Yep.
Or like, oh, you surpassed your amount of skips for the next 30 minutes. And it's like, I can't imagine a scenario where I'm not paying that $5. Like, it's just not.
I haven't even looked. Is that what it is? It's like $5?
Most are like 10, 5.
Yeah.
I think with Spotify, bro, you get your kids to say it's a student account. It's like $5.
So there's even a way to scam that.
Yeah, there's a way to scam that. And then you can get like family plans for like $15 or $20 a month or something like that. So like you can get like 6 people streaming at once. Yeah. So it's become like Netflix where everybody's sharing passwords. Yeah, I don't know, man. But if the list, I have to look into this because the list I would hope is based off of data and charts. Because I mean, I don't want to say. Here's a problem with this stuff, though, right? Is that if I say how can so and so not make the top 10, then I have to be able to remove someone from that top 10.
Right.
Say, who do I replace them with,
you're already removing Whitney Houston.
Yeah, I don't think she's top 10, bro. Like, artists all time. Again, and this is where the caveat is this just based on her numbers? Then I can't argue with that, right? Because the
right.
Yeah, the facts.
The data doesn't lie.
Yeah, the data doesn't lie.
And the fact that they put Janet above Michael
has to tell me that this is something related.
There has to be something related to numbers.
Michael Jackson might be the most influential artist of all time. I would argue Michael Jackson should be number 2 if you're talking. Yeah, or number 1.
Oh, yeah, right.
With the Beatles and him as far as influential. There isn't a single artist alive.
Who was number 2?
Culture, Madonna.
Wow.
And it's hard to argue Madonna too. Again, if you're talking influential versus, maybe, again, if this is Billboard 100, it's probably going to be chart topping data behind it. But I look at this and I just sort of went like influential, and as a music sort of had Michael Jackson's top 2, maybe number 1. There isn't a single pop star alive, you could argue, who isn't influenced by Michael Jackson in some way, shape, or form, male or female.
Yeah, and that guy was pretty, he was doing it until he died.
Yeah. So,
I mean, he died an early death, right? He was probably in his 50s when he died.
And he was getting ready to go on tour. And that shit was going to slap, bro. He was working on his little moves, and he was on, bro.
As long as he got the moonwalk down, he's good to go.
Yeah, as long as he was popping and locking, but it was actually really popping and locking. It's like, no, guys, my joint really did pop out. Sebastian, pop that in. He's just over there like fucking... Yo, what's the Cat Williams joint? Don't you climb trees? Like,
no, bitch. I don't climb trees.
We got bills and shit. Bro, I don't know, man. I saw this list and it was so funny. You read the comments, like, I think I saw it on Twitter. And then, so, of course, like, they tweeted out. And then you just see people going ham about it. But
oh, yeah, because everybody has their opinions, man.
Well, our top 10, right? Yeah, for all of us, it's completely different. But again, if this is based on data, like, I'm not gonna argue if your list, like, you pulled the information based on like whatever.
Yeah, I just thought I read something, within the last year or two that I remember like Drake breaking some like Beatles record.
Yeah, dude, how you? Okay, Rihanna's in here, right? Rihanna is probably heavily influenced by a Janet and a Michael and a Mariah. The other people on this list, and a Stevie Wonder. And a Beyonce. Like, you don't put Beyonce on here above Rihanna?
Again, it must be based on some chart shit that we're not aware of.
Yeah, I gotta go get the things to this because it has to be, because there's no way this is like if you're just making a subjective piece. I don't know, and you're getting a vote of a bunch of people it has to be data. Has to be. There's no way. Yeah, it doesn't say on here. I should have grabbed the whole thing. That has to be, bro. There's just no way.
Bro, I got a Florida story for you.
Florida man, what? Hit me with it. Florida man,
This
what?
is a nice short one. So this dude steals his aunt's van.
I like it already.
Okay. Then when the cops go to pull him over, so it gets reported stolen. Cops try to pull him over, and he starts. So he drives off. Doesn't he's on like a high speed chase. He gets on this bridge, and he hits one of the guardrails. It bounces off the guardrail to the other guardrail. The tires blow. It can't get right. He can't go anymore. He hops out of the car and goes to the edge of the bridge and jumps.
He jumps off the bridge?
Jumps off the bridge, bro. 50 feet into the, and this is our waterways, the Calasuhachi River.
Oh, Florida. Name.
Is that right? Let me see. Caloosahatchee.
Okay.
We got them with a coochie.
Yo, we got
places, and we got some, yeah, like, and they're like Native American names, right? Isn't that what that is?
I hope so.
I believe so,
man. Yeah.
Dude, 50 feet.
And he survived?
Drop. Yeah, he survived, and then he swims over to like one of like the I guess
like a
the
ranger station, and they pick him up.
No, the fucking poles that like hold up the bridge. And meanwhile, the cops are in the water, bro. They're already in the water.
They already got boats, and then
they got boats in the water, and they pull them out.
How pissed are you if you're that guy, or you refresh like, nah, I made y'all do extra work, like come down.
Or maybe he's really hurt after that 50-foot plunge, bro. You ever drank? Yeah, you ever dropped 50 feet into water, bro? I've done like 30 feet, man. I believe.
Nah, but I've done probably 20 feet maybe, and it definitely stings a little
if you land wrong.
If you land wrong, it stings a lot.
Yeah, this dude didn't like he jumped off right.
Head first? We talking feet first?
No, it was feet first.
Yikes, man. That was that. What did we talk about? There was a guy in Louisiana recently who was like stuck in traffic and just got out and decided to jump off the bridge into the water for a little bit and then came back.
To get his car?
Yeah, the car was never, like, they were just at a dead stop. And he goes like, fuck it.
I'm just gonna jump. So he jumped in the water, got out, came back up.
And I think he got arrested. They charged him with like some shit for
leaving your vehicle?
Probably in the middle of a traffic. But this guy was like, bro, we weren't going nowhere. Like, it was literally parking lot
and
traffic.
Then so are you not allowed to jump off the bridge? And if so, why?
Yeah, is there a sign there?
I've never seen a sign that said, do not jump off the bridge.
You know what? Who can hit us up on? Yo, Alex, hit us up. Alex's wife will tell us what.
She jumps off bridges?
Nah, but she's an expert at what kind of laws we're breaking. So I'll explain off air. yeah, Alex, ask what misdemeanor are we if we jump off a random bridge and there's no signs posted. There's definitely something here. Matter of fact, he told us last week. You remember how we were talking about the concert? About getting beat on, and it's an assault.
Yeah,
it's considered if it's consensual, but it's in public, it's considered a lewd act. Makes sense.
Oh yeah,
totally makes sense.
I watched the video, bro.
Oh, you sent it to me, bro.
It's
pretty graphic.
The dude is into it.
He's totally into it.
Yeah, he's
and
really
she
into
went for it, bro.
Yeah, oh yeah.
She took a.
I was like, you know what I thought I already knew the story from what you had told last week.
Yeah.
But as I'm watching it, I go, yo, is she gonna shit on him?
Yo,
like she was concentrating. Yeah.
And her stream was strong. like the P stream was concerning, bro. I was like, yo, this chick's P stream. You're right, bro. I was like, yo, she's about to drop a deuce on him because she was putting so much just like, yeah, bro, her whole leg muscles was tensed up and everything, and I was like, we've all been there. We know what's coming. Like, yeah, dude. But
that's a lewd act. Okay,
he was totally into this, man.
Yeah. So and then he spray that shit into the crowd.
Yeah, bro.
I'd be mad as hell.
Yeah, you pee on me, bro. I'd be like, dude, we're definitely fighting. Bro. Also, maybe not, bro. Do I want to fight a guy who's okay getting peed on? How do you beat that guy? What are you hitting him with where he goes like, all right, bro, I'm going to call it a day? Like, it's nothing, bro. I'm not fighting people who get peed on, bro. No ugly people and nobody who likes to get peed on. But you can't win those fights. It's just not going to happen. Just stay out of that, too. Before before we get out of here, man, you seen this Dollar Tree thing?
No.
The Dollar Tree is changing the pricing on all their items to $1.25. So it's like the dollar.
Dude, I heard. No, I did hear something about. I don't know. I didn't know it was Dollar Tree. So, Five Below is another store
Yes.
that's around here that did the same shit. Now it's like a 5 and 10.
Yeah, it's
So $1.25. So everything's $1.25.
$1.25.
Then you can't call it Dollar Tree.
You can't
no
call
more.
it that. That's what I was thinking. What do you name this, bro?
Or at what point can you no longer call it that? Right? Is it the $2 mark?
Right. Do you have to get out of the $1?
The dollar, right? Is it still a dollar store if it's under $2?
Because Dollar General, right? But they're not telling me everything's $1.
Dollar General. There's a few of them around me, man. There's a Dollar General, which that one is not. That one sells. They sell fucking milk and food and no, it's not like the Dollar Tree. Everything's $1.
Everything's $1. Duh, what do you call it, bro?
Yeah, I don't know.
$1.25 tree. $1 and a branch.
No, I imagine they're just gonna follow suit with the others. That they just go like it's okay to call it dollar even if shit's not $1.
It's weird, man. I feel like from a marketing perspective, you run into it. I guess, yeah. I mean, I guess Dollar Tree doesn't say the $1 tree; it just says Dollar Tree.
It just says Dollar Tree, but it is the only one that, as a consumer, if you go to those stores, everything's $1.
It's $1.
Whereas the other one, and I can't remember the other one. Oh, Family Dollar. That's the other one.
That's what it is.
Family
right.
Dollar, Dollar General. Those are like little supermarkets.
It sounds stressful. I got to do math now, right? Like, I go pick up 2 items. It's like, I owe you $2, and now it's like, oh shit, I give you 3 or 2 and change, or like, what if I got 17 items? Now I got to figure out the math on that. Where normally you're like 17 equals 17, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like. I mean, and it's like that's 25%, bro. That's a big increase in the grand scheme of things, right? Like 25 cents is not a lot, but when you go from $1 to $1.25, and you're like, and what else are we increasing prices by 25%? And we're all just like, all right,
Fucking gas.
Listen, that shit is a whole nother.
Yo, before we get out of here, let me say this. So, shout out to fucking DeSantis. You get a lot of shit from Floridians and, for various reasons, but this guy is proposing a bill where he's going to the state is going to forego the gas tax, and the folks that are familiar with it are basically saying that there's no reason that this shouldn't pass. Really? Apparently, they have a surplus in the area where the gas tax is typically used, like to widen roads and fix bridges and shit like that. That they have enough money, and so I don't know how long they're gonna forego, but he's proposed this thing to where it's gonna drop the price of gas about 26 cents a gallon, bro. That's significant.
Dude. Yeah.
So if it gets passed, man, good for that dude, man.
Dude, that's huge. Except gas price. I never look at the actual gas price per gallon because it's like, what am I doing to not get gas? So like,
right, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. But I do look at like the total where I leave, what I spend.
Yep.
It's getting up there, bro. I'm like, geez, I think I actually matter of fact,
you gotta be at 50, right?
75.
Oh, you gotta do super
today. Yeah, I gotta do premium. So
yeah.
I just did it before the podcast today. It was 75.
Yeah, no, I'm still on the regular.
I was like, you're still on the nah.
I drive a Honda.
Other car, even at a regular, bro, it's 70, it's 60 to 70, and it's regular or whatever. But yeah, it was 75 today. And I looked at that, I was like, whew, that's a car payment, bro, for a lot of people.
Yep.
Right, that's what, $300 a month.
Yeah, if you go once a week.
If you go once a week, and that's typically what I do. Mine lasts usually like 7 days on a dot, typically. But yeah. I seen it afterwards. I looked at that. I was like, that's a first. I was like, for a car, not for an SUV or truck or whatever. I was like, yeah, that's
a lot, bro.
I'm getting up there, bro. So I'm like, at what point? But when I first got the car, it was $50. It was like $49.50.
Right.
So it's gone from that to it's like a 50% increase.
Yeah, everything's more.
Yeah,
now,
I never
man.
pay attention to the price per gallon. So I don't know what that's gonna be. That's gotta be like what, $4 or something. I don't know. Yeah, I don't pay attention because I'm always like, I'm not. I mean, I don't have any other.
Yeah,
choice,
for premium, man, you gotta be in that $4 range.
Yeah, and I have to do the premium, bro. So it's like, yeah.
Listen, man, did you need the premium in the Lexus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Lexus took premium. Yeah. So
it's a Toyota, bro.
Listen.
Should have put fucking regular on that shit.
Yeah. And then this one got.
You got a rocket engine in this one.
You got a rocket engine in this bitch, and it is. I mean, it's like, matter of fact, I got it gets finicky now with random shit. because of weather or whatever.
Oh,
like, yeah. So she's being high maintenance this week, bro. Her name's Donatella. I talk to her in the mornings. I'm like, baby, why you acting this way, bro? We've been through it. Why you gotta be this way?
You didn't drive me enough.
That's what it is, bro. I drive her like I stole her, and then she purrs like a kitten. She's okay, bro.
All right, man. On that, tell them where they can find us.
All right, man. If you guys aren't following us yet, come check us out at the Carbon Footprint Podcast on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, YouTube. Definitely go follow us on there. We actually drop the video every week. We're getting pretty good about that, about the video with the podcast. Normally, listen, either I'm off frame or Sean is off frame or the thing's crooked, but the video's there. All right. It's, now we'll work on actually getting it sort of centered and not looking crazy.
Yeah, one day we'll get a video guy in here. Oh, girl.
We about to hire one of your kids, bro, to be in here. Send us your work.
He's ready, man. He's ready.
Listen, man, he might end up being the new Jamie. We're gonna be like, yo, pull that up. We need him with the laptop and the whole nine. But yeah, man. And then as far as streaming platforms go, Spotify, Stitcher, Geo7, TuneIn, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. Leave a review on Apple Podcasts. I mean, we're on everything. So
yep. If we ain't on it, let us know. And as always, we appreciate you guys. We will see you next week.
See you next week.
Peace.
Bye.